So two lines that are in the same plane are considered in parallel if they do not intersect. Let's say I plotted two lines on the graph. Can you tell if these two lines are in parallel? Well, if you said that they are not in parallel, then you would be correct. However, it is hard to tell if two lines are in parallel by just looking at them. If, however, we have the equation for the blue and green line and use our understanding of the slope-intercept form, we would see that these two lines actually have different slopes. One has a slope of -3 and the other a slope of -3.3. Because these two lines have different slopes, we say that they are not in parallel. Now what about these two lines? Are they in parallel? If we take a look at the equations, we can see that both of them have the same slope, -3. So we can be sure that there are no intersections. Now, two lines are perpendicular if they lie in the same plane and meet at 90-degree right angles. Plotting the blue and green equations, we get two lines that are perpendicular to each other. If we look at the slopes for these two equations, we can see that the slope of one, -4, is the negative reciprocal of the slope of the other, 1/4. Remember, negative reciprocals mean if you have a number, let's say 2, the negative reciprocal would be -1/2. And if we have the number -2/5, the negative reciprocal would be 5/2. Now that we know how to identify lines that are parallel and perpendicular, let's do some examples. Determine whether each pair of line is parallel or perpendicular. First, we have y is equal to -1/5x plus 1, and 2x plus 10y is equal to 3. So for the first equation, we can see immediately that the slope is -1/5, and we know this because it is written in slope-intercept form. For the second equation, we can subtract 2x from both sides to get 10y is equal to -2x plus 3. Then we can divide both sides by 10 to get y is equal to -2/10 times x plus 3/10. Or y is equal to -1/5 times x plus 3/10. We can see that -1/5 is the slope of this equation. So we can say that the two lines are in parallel. If we plot the equations, it would look like this. Next, we have x plus y is equal to 11 and 2x plus y is equal to 11. So for the first equation, we can subtract x from both sides to get y is equal to -x plus 11. With this, we can say that the slope is -1. For the second equation, we can subtract 2x from both sides to get y is equal to -2x plus 11. -2 is the slope. Now, if we compare the two slopes, we can say that the equations are neither parallel nor perpendicular. Finally, we have y is equal to -5x plus 1 and x minus 5y is equal to 10. For the first equation, we can see the slope is -5. For the second equation, we subtract x from both sides to get 5y is equal to -x plus 10. Then we divide both sides by -5 to get y is equal to 1/5x minus 10/5, or y is equal to 1/5x minus 2. So the slope is 1/5. Now, since the two slopes are negative reciprocals of each other, the two lines are perpendicular. If we plot the two equations, it would look like this.